be drawing more of your OCs. The first OC here is from Vanessa Massey. They've commissioned me a ton of times. Thank you so much for all the commissions. It really helps support me, and it's the reason I'm able to do YouTube full time and to do art and all that. So honestly, it means so much. And their OCs are actually from Kingdom Hearts. I'm obsessed with Kingdom Hearts. I love Kingdom Hearts like no one's business. I have a huge collection of like merchandise of figures like that of Kingdom Hearts, and it's one of my favorite games, or actually my favorite game of all time, because of the story and stuff like that. Not just the gameplay, because the gameplay is like more of a generic RPG, but I love the story and I've been obsessed with it ever since I was young. And they have bios for the characters, so I should probably get into this because they're pretty long. But it was so much fun trying to draw them in the dream drop distance, like pose, because that's what they wanted. And it was just, it was like fangirling the whole time. Anyways, the first character is the Somebody, which is the girl you see at the top there. Her name is Miranja. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it. Is a bookie, shy girl, but she loses her heart when she gets the courage to tell someone she loves them. She gets rejected and goes into a coma-like state. Whoa, she went into a coma because she got rejected. That is some serious love right there. For over a year. When she wakes up, her eye color has changed from her natural pink eyes to one eye being silver. She doesn't have any memory of why she had been in a coma for so long, or remembers that she's been in love. She goes back to living her life, but feeling like a part of her is missing. That's kind of sad, but also I'm kind of glad she doesn't remember, because if it hurt her that badly, where she couldn't even live anymore, like, was that shocked? I mean, that's crazy. That's real bad. Next up is the Nobody. The Nobody's the one you see at the bottom there. I love their design. It looks really cool. It reminds me almost like Yu-Gi-Oh. Their name is Miranja, I guess. The Nobody. Also, don't worry if you're struggling with the name. I still do. That's what she said in the text, because the name is pretty difficult. I think it's Miranja. That's what it looks like. She was created when Miranja was in her coma. Coming into existence in Traverse Town, she's completely confused, but gets sense of she isn't supposed to exist. Her main goal is to find her true body and to become one with her other half. In the meantime, she is hired for various quests, and for some time travels alongside with Sora, Goofy, and Donald, all the while passing by her other half. Oh, it says other half. It was a typo, and not knowing it. That is really cool. I really like the story. It's a little sad that she just wants to like become half, like a part of her other self, because it feels like they're like not even existing anymore. And I feel like that's sad in a sense. So I hope she becomes like her own person rather than being part with the other self. Next up is the TheInfinityFox on Amino. And this person actually bought this with coins, which you can do by, actually sparkles, not coins, but you can join the Amino, you can do events, and you can save up sparkles and guarantee yourself a drawing like this and tell me what you want to get. So that's one way to get a free drawing, and it's a lot of fun because then you get to join events and do like all these different things, and it's interesting. And I really like this character. I was a little confused as to which part of her I was wanting to draw, because they gave me this sheet, and the sheet had a bat character that like looked like a superhero almost, or like a villain. And then there was another part that was her outside of her suit. And I wasn't sure which one I wanted to draw. And it took me a while to figure out I wanted to draw her outside the suit, because I thought that would be the more interesting of the two at the moment, just because the other one had lots of dark colors and I didn't want it to look like a shadow at the time. And I probably could have done it without looking like a shadow. It's just I'm not very good at using dark colors. I'm always using such vibrant colors, so it's hard for me to choose one or the other. It was pretty difficult. Let's see. About her, they have a little bio here. She can turn into a bat. She's an anti-hero. That's all it says. Besides, there's also a backstory, so let's go to that. When Batty was born, she had bat ears, a tail, and wings. She had very powerful magic, and her mother hoped she wasn't like her, and was basically cursed to be a bat. About less than a year later, her mother and father were murdered, and she and her foster sister had to live on the streets. Wow! Everyone is the darkest origin stories. I have realized this, but my goodness, that is very dark. I don't I love dark stories and I hate them at the same time. It's one of those love-hate relationships where I love them, like where it makes you attached to the characters. It makes you cry, it makes you smile, it makes you, you know, all those feelings you feel when watching shows or things like that. But at the same time, you hate seeing bad things happen to characters you enjoy or characters you love. So it's pretty terrible. It's honestly like a terrible thing, especially when you're into watching like anime or TV shows or movies. It always happens. Whatever character you like the most is the one usually that's going to get killed off. It just always happens. I don't know why that is. It's just every time I like a character, I'm like always sitting over there like, oh my gosh, I know they're going to die. And it's so terrible. I hate it. I hate it so much. I wonder if any of you guys have. I'm sure everyone has had this happen. You guys in the comments, make sure you tell me what anime you're watching and who died, or if someone died, if you don't want to spoil it, if it's newer. But if someone died, I would want to know, because I feel like it's always a character you love, and if that's true or not, or if you've never witnessed that, because that's really like awful. I hate it. But this character was so much fun to draw. I had fun with the pose. I did like more dynamic pose where you could see like both the shoulders and like they're like going from an angle. So it was difficult but really fun. Next up is Orchid. I'm not sure if that's UO or UO. It's something 7 on Instagram, and this character is absolutely gorgeous. I was so attracted to this character since it's not attracted as in like actually like attracted. I mean attracted design. I think it's so pretty. I just really love this character design. It's honestly the most unique character I have probably ever seen ever on this show here, because every time I draw OCs, there's so many different types. It's hard to know because so many of them are so unique and so different. And this one is a mountain. It's a mountain lady that looks like a stone with like hair that looks like grass, and she has moss on her, and that's really cool. She has a bio. I should probably read it. Her bio says, not much is known about her, but she's the core of the planet, and she is the mother of all living things. This is why she is mainly known as Mother Nature. Her short description here. She is a beautiful Akua, I'm not sure what that is, who comes into a physical form such smaller than herself. She has no facial features other than a small bump that forms her nose. Her nose is, not her nose, her hair. Her hair is made of vines, and it has flowers braided into it. And her body is covered in moss, spots, and vines. That's so cool. I really like this character. This character's adorable. I mean, it's a giant stone, but stones can be adorable. It reminds me of, what's their name? It's the name of a giant mountain in Moana. That's what this reminded me of the first time I saw it. And I honestly love this design so much. I had so much fun drawing it because it was such a strange thing I would have never drawn if it wasn't for this character. So I was just so excited to try drawing this when I saw it, and I finally was able to this week, and it was just, it was so much fun. I love it. And the biggest difficulty with this was trying to make her look like a stone or look like she's actually not just a human. So that was pretty difficult. I did end up using a pattern on her skin to try and make it look more like a stone, but I still feel like, I'm not sure if she looks that much like a stone. Hopefully she does. That's what I was aiming for. And the moss, I also didn't want it to look just like patches of, or burns or patches of hair. So it was pretty difficult to figure that out. And also vines. I'm terrible at drawing vines. I just realized that. And flowers, I'm just not that great at it, but I had so much fun trying. And I feel like that's the most important thing. Whenever you feel uncomfortable drawing something, try drawing it anyway, because that's the only way you're ever going to get used to it or get comfortable trying to do it, because that's just how it works. You're never going to be comfortable doing it. Like, sometimes people draw only females and they're scared of drawing males. And the only reason is because learning to draw male and female are two different things, and you have to learn both separately, and it becomes difficult, and that's usually what happens. But that's everything. If you want an OC drawn, all you have to do is comment it below with a link. All the information on how to get an OC drawn is in the description if you want to check that out. But also you can commission me if you want to help support me, and the link to that is also in the description. So thank you so much to everyone who commissions me. That means so much. Honestly, I cannot even begin to explain, but again, thanks so much. And I love these characters. I really love that mountain one. That's so cool. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching.